it's my first time trying out Restream, so
Yeah, I've looked at it.
I was using StreamYards, but I just couldn't. I don't know. Trying to pay for the paid version of that, man. That's way too much per month.
Yeah. Hey, Sunny Days with Greg Cloud. How's it going?
Oh, he's already in here. Nice. How do I even? I can't even figure out how to get the chat open here on my end. God. Um. But yeah, how did you get involved with Comicsgate and find this group?
Uh, I mean, comics in general, indie comics.
Yeah.
I don't know, about 6 years ago. I mean, I've dipped my toes into comics for years and years and years, back and forth. Um, and then I submitted to Alterna, so I was with Alterna for a bit.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know about specific groups or anything. I have some friends that I hang out and talk with.
Oh,
That's
okay,
kind of
okay. So you're just into indie comics and you're kind of just a little bit adjacent to some people in here.
yeah. So like, I
Okay.
don't. There's a lot of people I don't know.
Fair. Yeah. Fair enough.
There's a few people that I know, so I hang out. But obviously, anything anti-mainstream, like the mainstream is what I think pushes a lot of people to create their own stuff, because it's like
100%.
I want to read the stuff that I used to read, and the only way to do that is to create your own stuff.
Yeah, you can't really. It sucks spending years trying to get invested into a product or an IP or something just for them to someone else gets a hold of it for one movie or one franchise or something, right? And it's
It's
all
over.
gone.
Yeah, and they take glee in it, like
They,
destroying it.
yep, they do it on purpose, and they revel in the fanboy tears as they call it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think eventually, though, I mean, whenever that started, it's been a long time. You get so used to it that it's like, okay, I've made peace with the fact that I'm not going to read another, I
yeah,
don't know, Batman or something like you just made peace
yeah,
with with that. I've been there for a long time. I'm like, if I'm going to read Batman, I'll just go pull out some old stuff,
yeah,
and that's it.
yeah. For me, it was Star Wars. That was the death of because as a kid I was just all into Star Wars. That was kind of just my everything, and then Force Awakens came out, and I was pretty stoked on it, and then the Last Jedi, obviously, and well, it all just went downhill from there.
Yeah, Star Wars was I think a flashpoint for a lot of people. I
Hmm.
noticed it. I noticed it in comics a long, long time ago. Before kind of little things would happen, and I'm like, ah, that's weird. But it didn't hit like critical mass for a long time. Even back in the Michael Bendis days, Jonathan Hickman. It's just the way they would handle some things. I'm like, that's you got your own agenda going on here. But it didn't hit like massive critical mass for a long time.
Yeah, because like people get a hold of characters and they start writing characters almost from their own perspective, not from the character's perspective, and it's like you can't you can't self-insert yourself into someone else's
Yeah.
work, man. It's not.
Yeah, they're just skin suits.
Yeah.
It's funny because whenever I'm writing Horace H. Hoover, it's like I mean, I have to purposely put myself into like the head of Horace or Max or Slurp. If not,
Yeah.
they're gonna sound like me.
Yeah.
I mean, and people will be able to tell immediately if Horace starts speaking like I do.
Yeah. See, like for me, that's the funnest part about like creating with my characters. It's like each character has their own identity, their own personality, their own goals, and it's like you're almost just the dungeon master in your own Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
game, and you're laying out situations for the characters, and you just let them play through it how they would. And if they die, then you got to restart. And
Or if it's boring, you restart. Yeah, that's how I
yeah,
think about it. And sometimes it sounds so easy, but that's the best description. It's like you just put them in a scenario and just listen in. Like
yeah.
you have a camera inside the room and you watch them do stuff until something happens.
Oh, Mister, look who we got here.
My boy, my boy. What
Oh,
is
How's it
up?
going?
Chris, how you doing, man?
Good morning, good afternoon.
How was your Sunday treat?
up?
Yeah.
Too early to tell.
Too early to tell.
Even though it's 1:08 here.
Oh, were you up till 5 in the morning partying?
Oh no. Look at me. What am I? 70 years old? No, definitely not. I was on Comicsgate Commandos last night though. That was pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I popped into there and was watching you guys for a little bit.
That's always an interesting show.
Great show. Gotta love the Comic Day Commandos.
Fabrizio, my man, what is up?
Oh, not much. Not much.
Just living life.
Just living
Yeah.
life and making comics.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that I did take a little bit of a detour this summer to make a game engine. I think I posted it on Twitter. I'm sure I did, yeah.
Game engine.
Yeah, so I'm a programmer by trade, and I always wanted to do this game engine that sort of showcased 2D artwork. It's like old kind of point-and-click adventure, but a little different stuff.
Okay.
I picked it back up this summer, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to knock this thing out, and it's in a pretty good spot. And the cool thing is, it's an engine, so you build games with it. So if you're a writer, you write the dialogue and the story, and you throw up your artwork, and then you have a game. You know, so
That's cool.
it's not just like one game; it's an engine. So that's
Wow.
what I've been doing.
So what do you like sell access to this, or like how does this work?
You know, I'm not sure yet. I'll release some stuff for myself and kind of see how it goes, and then if people are interested, I could just essentially sell the engine, and then people can make their own games and levels and stuff.
Nice, dude. That is
Yeah,
badass.
sweet.
Yeah.
I know the
What do you-
boss code,
what do you mean?
yeah, just nonchalantly, like
Yeah,
I'm making a
right?
video
I
game.
mean,
it's cool, you know.
I'll probably make half as much money as I make on Horace H. Hoover, which is in the low tens, right? So no, it's cool. We'll see. Again, everything is so inundated with products. There's so many games out there that, like, it's hard to get that like hook. So we'll see. I mean, you never know.
Well, I mean, you got to think about like different. Look at all the independent comic book creators. You know, maybe that's something they could, utilize for their brand, and maybe help add another thing for
Great class.
enthusiasms. Sunny day, stanza full of fans. Like Cobb, Babe Ruth, they bet themselves all the live long day. Anybody know what that's?
No, what was that?
I don't know what that's from.
The Untouchables.
Oh,
film.
one of my favorite movies. I don't know that one.
Robert De Niro. Like
So
Cobb, Babe
good.
Ruth, bet themselves all the live long day.
Brian
What
De
is
Palma.
the time for individual achievement?
Now
it.
we got it. Yeah.
That's yeah.
So yeah, man, like something like an extra tier or something somebody can add as a game they have, and you provide the engine. Like that's it's like you're like Green Lantern, man. You're only limited by your imagination and your willpower.
Yeah, I was thinking in terms of like, well, I could create some Horace H. Hoover art specifically for this, and the first version would be Horace H. Hoover solving mysteries,
Nice.
So
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
yeah, so we'll see. That probably wouldn't be till next year, but that's what I've been doing. It's not as cool as drawing, but I just had to finish it. I'm like,
Seriously, that's pretty
like-
damn cool.
It's pretty cool.
but like all artists and writers, right? We have a million shelved projects, unfinished
yeah.
projects,
Yep.
and to go back and to like knock something off your list is pretty satisfying.
Oh hell yeah!
Especially
And
something that's been sitting on
Don't
there
sell
for a
yourself
long
short.
time.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking for me, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm actually working on trying to finish a sci-fi story that I'm writing.
Oh, we got
It's
Mr.
a like, hey,
What up?
Hey,
How you doing?
yes, it is me. How is my audio? It's I have a expensive fucking Shure, but I think it's broken as shit. So I'm using my default laptop microphone.
It
Sounds
sounds
good.
like you floating in your tin can.
It sounds a little echoey, but I can adjust volumes on my end,
Okay, cool.
so I should be able to figure it out if it gets loud or something.
So I got this prestige sci-fi story I'm doing. Nobody draw it. So I'm trying to find an artist that will, because I'm not going to publish it through Bootlegger. I'm actively looking for publishers like I'm planning more like European publishers because it's more of a European style, and or manga. So
Manga.
currently looking for publishers, putting together a pitch package, and trying to find an artist who'd be interested in a co-ownership of the project, and trying to get that going, as well
That's cool.
as the Nostradamus effect or the Prophet's Curse or Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, whatever the hell I'm going to end up calling it. And trying to build an audience with the creators table.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like the YouTube. I never stream, but like I see you pop up now. I see other people pop up. I think that's where like almost you have to start and then disseminate. Like, hey, here's an idea. This is how you get your ideas out there.
Yeah,
That's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, I use AI a lot in trying to plan strategies and stuff like that. So, I'll just flat out ask, like, what's the best strategy for preparing for a crowd fund? And it always ends up being YouTube, building a YouTube audience. Just because the audience there on YouTube feels more of a connection, with you, the creator, as opposed, because I initially, and I think I told you guys this, I initially put a lot of effort in Instagram and got tons of, my follower count went way up. My views were insane. My likes were great, but it just didn't the audience behavior on Instagram is more doom scroll like. So I've learned a lot from AI on that front.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume people hop on Instagram too much to look at comic book related stuff.
I will say though, Instagram is where I've had my most luck finding artists.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes. Every artist I think every artist I found on Instagram. Yeah. No luck at all through X, and
I can attest to that. It was really hard finding an artist for my book. Ended up having to ask Vaughn for advice, and he ended up recommending his artist for Terror and Monster MD, and it was just a perfect fit.
Nice.
Yeah, I was lucky and found my guy just someone I was following on X through the Comicsgate community for past however many years, and just he randomly posted a picture. I liked the picture, and I was like, hey, I got some pages from another artist that I'm not really too happy with, and kind of just gave it to him. I was like, give me your rendition of these, and he gave me the first 2 pages back. I'm like, all right, here's 5 more pages.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's got to be tough. I'm like writers finding artists. It is the one thing I haven't had to do, thankfully. But like, what about?
Yeah, rub it in. Rub it in.
But there's a reason I only come out with one comic every like year and a half. So yeah, so it's like you get to write the script and direct all of that. But that also frees up a lot of time for you to do YouTube and to do all this other stuff.
True.
So. Like, there's a lot of times where I envy that side where, like, as long as you find an artist that you're happy with and they can actually produce, and that's the best version.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I guess like the first run I had at trying to find artists, I made the mistake of just making an X post and just being like looking for artists for this type of stuff, and just hoping I got people messaging back, and then the people I got messaging back, I guess, were just hungry artists that were like, oh yeah, I can do this, and just saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
And then and then you finally get something back, and you're like, oh, you can't do anything that I asked for.
Yeah. And I ran into that because I first tried Reddit when I was first looking for artists. I posted on Reddit, and it was a cattle call. I mean, I had a ton of responses, and there were there were some that were good amateurs, good beginners, but
Yeah, that's what I had.
it just wasn't the level of what I want for bootlegger comics. And and I knew that was going, that meant like I'm not going to be able to go on the super cheap. Even though the guy I did end up going with for Nostradamus Effect wasn't crazy expensive or anything, but I ended up again. Everybody I have ended up working with on either the Nostradamus Effect or Sangre de Cristo has been through Instagram. I don't know.
Yeah, they look
Fall down a
amazing.
well, eyes go across. Get kicked in the head by a mule, they go back. I don't know.
As long as you can see straight at the end.
Fabrizio,
Yeah,
what's new? Or Cody, what you're doing music? What do we got?
So I've been trying to get I've been trying to work on a theme for Subjugates.
Oh, okay.
Like
Oh,
something that kind of like starts out like, slow single acoustic, kind of more sad, and then builds up into like a metal, kind of chaotic ballad.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I
dude,
got
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been slowly working on. I just gave the rest of my panel layouts to the artist. So he just gave me back all the thumbnails up to page 35. So
Damn.
he's gonna start working on those, and
That's awesome.
yeah, I'm stoked. He just gave me, actually I can bring these up because I got 2 more pages.
Hey, whoa.
Hey.
Somebody just doxed themselves.
Oh,
Yeah,
Boom, we
I
got a
just
camera.
doxed myself.
what is up?
Hey,
Oh, you get the Comicsgate hat. Fuck yeah.
yeah, Comics Gay hat. God damn, this camera is zoomed in.
Better than my camera, dude. I hate my camera. It's all fuzzy.
I made it worse. Oh, God damn it! It's gonna fall.
My brain.
Shit.
How do I share screen?
Undoxed.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're doing it live. Fuck it. But yeah, we
Oh,
got,
nice.
yeah, so they basically get to the canyon edge. Buddy gets thrown across.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
one last time.
Yeah, so yeah, these are from the last 2, and then these are the next 2 pages I got back. So he
Nice.
that's them landing, and then him hopping up the tree to get to a better vantage point, and then that's where they're heading to. That little rock formation there.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
Cool.
basically the next, whoop, I didn't mean to close that right away, whatever. Uh-oh. Bring that back up. But, yeah, the rest of the book is basically just going to take place in, like, a sequence around that rock formation.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah, and then once we get 5 more pages, I got to get it like just some really basic lettering done. And then I'm going to put it all in a little PDF
Kelly.
then release it for people, and it's going to go along with my sign up. So you can read the
That's
first
cool.
20 pages before you decide if you want to sign up for the book.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Very nice.
And yeah, and I'm going to tell you the last 20 pages are worth buying the whole book for, in my opinion.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's a 20-page book.
40 pages. Yeah, we're going for 40 pages, and then.
Oh, so you're promoting half of the whole book.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's how confident I am in the last half of the book.
That's a lot of
That's
balls.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's more or less just a setup, because like if you
Yeah.
like if you're interested in the first 20 pages, you're gonna be interested in what I'm producing.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, we got Mr. Gray Cloud. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey guys, I hope I didn't interrupt.
Oh no, you're good.
interrupting at all.
But yeah, we got we'll have the first 20 pages, and then yeah, it's basically just a setup to the world essentially, because this book is focused on the augmented humans, to kind of give you a different, you know, the idea of who they are. And then the next book's about, I think, I'm gonna around 70 or 60 pages,
Wow.
and that's gonna be all just solid world building. Like that's gonna
Dude, that's
you're gonna
insane,
get
man.
introduction to the
Wow.
the world.
That's great.
I've got
Some bold project, man.
Nice.
yeah,
That's a great
I've
shot.
got I've got the script for seven issues.
Hell
I
yeah.
think. Depends on how I break it up. Yeah, I'll say 7 issues. I've got
Yeah.
the next 2 issues kind of like brainstormed out, and then I've got a side issue kind of already started too. So
Damn, nice.
I took the idea of getting all my projects that are like half full and just cramming them all into the same world, so it feels like I'm not
Oh, there
as
you go.
disorganized as I actually am. But yeah, I've basically got a 5 side series planned for this right now.
That's awesome. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, one of them is called Slag Stage, which is basically just augmented humans fighting in an arena, basically for like glory and stuff like that. So they're gonna look like these augmented humans, but they're gonna be extremely exaggerated and like showy and just be like a bit. It's like wrestling, death wrestling.
That's
Nice.
cool. This is more than I've seen. I know a few months ago you showed me, like you came on my channel and
Yeah.
you showed a little bit of what you had, but I don't remember this particularly. Is this something that's you
Yeah,
got Since
these
then?
last 2 pages I got last Friday.
okay?
So, and then yeah, he's working on the next 2. He's able to crank out roughly a page a week. So
Okay.
it's working out pretty good though.
I really like the depth and perspective on that last panel there. That big over the treetops view.
This one,
Yeah.
yeah, man, this one's gonna be weird too because it's like you're looking through his perspective, and in his perspective, he can see in thermal, ultraviolet light, and like basically all the frequencies, but at once.
Oh, geez.
Oh, okay.
So,
It'd be one big bright white.
well, yeah, dude. So it's like I need, but he also has his regular eye, so it's like you still are gonna see. Like I don't know how to explain this to a colorist or an artist, so it's like this. He basically did as much as he could for me here, but like it's almost supposed to look like a fantasy world essentially.
Cool.
Where like it'll be like vibrant and there'll be like
Yeah.
purples and he'll be able to kind of like see.
That'll be cool to see it colored out. I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool idea.
yeah, and it kind of gives him like a different perspective because he kind of sees the world like a bright, happy world compared to everybody else. So he's got a bit of a upbeat personality compared to everyone else.
Nice.
Kind of like what was it? The Pyro from Team Fortress 2. How inside of the mask, it's like this kind of happy, bubble gum and candy
Bubblegum, yeah.
world.
Yeah, yeah. He's just having a great time in the depths of chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm stoked. Hopefully, if all goes according to plan, I will hopefully be able to launch my campaign next April. Should be April.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll have all the line work done. I should have all the lettering done, and then my campaign is just to get the colors.
Cool.
And then and then everything after that goes into the second book.
That's impressive, man. That's
Yeah.
That's quite a project.
Yeah, it's slowly coming along, but.
Skelly,
God's
Skelly.
excited.
What about you, Skelly? What's going on with your project, brother?
Just slowly but surely getting pages in. Let me see if I can pull up something new.
Nice.
Give me a minute here. Scroll through my Google Drive.
Any of you guys going to For the Fans Fest?
No,
Nah.
I can't afford it while I'm making my book.
Same here. I wanted to, but yeah, it's like the opposite side of the country, in a different country.
I was excited when I turned on the show and saw that Fabrizio was. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but
Yep.
saw that you were on here, and I wanted to jump on before Skeleton. Well, when you get ready to pull up, just do your thing, and then I'll ask him later. But I have a little funny story, and Cody will kind of know. He might not have been in the chat, but he knows who I'm.
I think I know who you're talking because I was on stream for.
Yeah, like because I was
Yeah.
showing off Horace H. Hoover, and then I got a bunch of like really autistic questions, and it was like, like someone pointed out that, well, for the time period that's set in, that vacuum cleaner wasn't the model that would have been out. And I was Googling it and stuff, and then I was like, well, he's like a time traveling, multi-dimensional, like, so, and then I saw your interview or I think you were on Bootlegger, wasn't it?
Could be. He was.
Maybe, yeah.
But you were talking about that a lot of times you just like to create a good story and not worry too much about dropping a whole lot of detail as far as back, like leaving it up to the reader
Yeah.
to kind of piece together, well, how did this happen and all that? And I just was like, well, man, so I just thought it was funny. I thought I'd share that with you that, because the guy that was the guy questioning, he says that he's autistic and he's like, I just pay attention to this kind of stuff. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I
mean,
enjoyed the story and the art, like,
yeah. I mean, I think all writers, we have a certain amount of leeway, and it's like, okay, and obviously I have Google, so I know when those vacuum cleaners were made. and I do have a little story that I wanted to explain why it doesn't fit exactly. So it's like, if you give writers just a little bit of like, little bit of leeway and just let them, maybe they'll get to it, maybe they won't, maybe it was wrong, but just.
Well, the same person drilled Cody about the satellite that said some of the first few pages that Cody shared with us.
Yeah, I'll bring that.
The guy was like, is that a satellite that was launched in so-and-so year? Is that supposed to be? That doesn't look like that. Yeah, look.
Yeah, this is what brought it up because he was like, I said, this is the satellite that went to, I don't know, it's like the edge of the universe or whatever. He's like, that doesn't look like the Apollo 6.
Yeah, like whatever it
I'm
was.
like, dude, come on. And yeah.
That's when I would have quoted Mark Hamill as Harrison Ford being, hey, kid. If everyone's looking at your hair, we're in big trouble. Like, it's the same idea. Like, it ain't that important, bro. It's cool.
Well, it's the thing too, dude. It's like you're reading Horace H. Hoover and you come across that and you're like, is that really the point where you're like, all right, this is unbelievable now. I can't believe this. It's like,
I mean, there's so much,
believe-
It's like, so I'm going to worry about whether the vacuum cleaner's accurate to the 1920s or whatever, I believe that's right, isn't it?
That's funny.
But being autistic, that definitely explains it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he actually knew that the model that he was looking at was like not until like I think I had to look it up.
Like
I
the
was
model
like,
number. It's like
Yeah. Yeah, and I tweak it. And again, I will say this: like my next series, I'm calling historical fiction, just in case, because. Because I know people are going to be start matching dates and numbers, and I'm like, you know what? It's historical fiction, okay? So just leave it alone.
Skelly, whenever you got your thing ready, just let me know. I don't know if. Oh, there you go.
All right, yeah,
All right,
just pulled it up. So this you've already seen. I'm going to show you the sequence that follows this page. So this is the main character. His name is James Tyson, kicking in the window of a getaway van of some cyborg criminals, part of like a cyberware sporting gang, and he transforms into his werewolf form. He's trolling them with this kind of shit-eating grin, like, "Oh, you guys aren't. Nobody's ever gonna believe you, or you guys are gonna hate this." And then the next page is this one. They're heading towards a construction pit, and the van is veering out of control up here, and then boom, they crash through. A little bit of a moment of weightlessness as everybody's like, "Oh shit, and then they crash.
Yeah.
And then, next page, it's a little bit of a cut to a few minutes later. James wakes up. Everybody's unconscious. He's like, "You guys alive?" This guy moans something about how the heist machine is ruined. And he's like, "Yeah, you guys are all right." Kicks out the door. Oh, shit. People were filming that. And then it's, where is it? Yeah, here. Cuts to about an hour later. Next page. Some draft agents for the military are getting an alert that, hey, look, this kid's a werewolf. Go get him. They nod and they're off to go get him.
Nice.
And this is the most recent page I've gotten.
Decent. What?
Who's
how
your
many pages
artist?
in are you?
Huh?
Who's your artist?
Monica McCagney from Monster MD and Terror in the Trenches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Looks
How
great,
many pages
man.
are you guys in?
Including these, we've got about 5 other pages or more done.
Okay.
I lost track, but the book is over 100 pages
Yeah.
or so. So
Yeah, you were saying.
yeah.
What's
But
that, what's
hefty,
the
man.
price going to be?
same as every other Comicsgate book, $25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
You're going to show them how it's done, ain't you?
I don't know about
Hey,
that.
guys,
This
you can
is,
put 4
this
pages
this is my
in.
first time at bat, so we'll see. You know,
More,
Well, that's the
more
thing,
bang
man.
for
It's
your
like-
buck.
yeah.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of us first time creators here. We need to do something a little bit more to try to prove ourselves than people were doing a few years ago. Because of all the bad will that's been created with some of those unfulfilled campaigns or campaigns you learn that somebody used AI or something like that.
Yeah, I don't use AI for any of this.
Yeah.
Since I can't draw, in the past I've tried to do AI concepts of my characters, but they're all not anything close to what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I can pull up the main cast concepts in just a minute here if you give me a chance, so you can see
Oh, yeah.
the main characters I'm working with, because they actually the rest of them don't get introduced until Act 2. So
Oh yeah. See, my main character you're not gonna see until after the preview comic. So yeah, we got yeah, Chris, how's that? You gonna be working on the cryptids book? I forgot what one that was. Oh, Mr. Peel, you muted?
Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
My dog's playing on the stairs.
Oh, dude, yeah, dogs be dogs. But yeah, you working on the that cryptids book still?
I mean, it's written.
Yeah.
It's now it's a little different. It's a humor. It's a satire story.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fun.
It yeah, it's called the Cryptid Chronicles, and it focuses on Bigfoot as the main character, and he's not, his species isn't like a wild lost hominid or something out in the my dogs are going crazy. Out in the woods, they are actually live in a different dimension, and they're like super enlightened, super in touch with the universe, sophisticated space Buddhists or something, space hippie monks is their thing. But he gets so bored of his daily life. Earth is like their Club Med, right? Or like a naturist retreat. So he decides to go back to Earth, and he hasn't been there in 5,000 years. So he decides to go back and reconnect with his buddies, the Jersey Devil, the Texas Goat Man, the Chupacabra, and
Dude, that's awesome. I love
and
that.
the
That's great.
and the Chupacabra is it's the Texas Mexican Chupacabra, not the original, Puerto Rican alien looking thing. This is like the dog with mange looking Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And,
Not like the lizard with the spikes down its back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The cool
that was
looking
the
one.
original. That was the original one, right? But then it
Yeah.
turned into this mangy dog, and I've got a very specific look for him. I want him to look like Peter Lorre, if y'all remember who he is. And he's constantly humping things. He's always trying to hump stuff, and
I love that.
the Jersey Devil is dressed like the Jersey Shore folks. He's got the
Oh,
wife beater on, and
Dude, that's
the
great.
hair,
Yeah.
and he's always got a beer, and he's fist pumping. And the Texas Goat Man has got like Texas everything. He's your stereotypical Texan with the cowboy hat, and everything he wears has Texas on it. He's got a big tattoo on his back. Remember the Alamo? And
Oh my God.
now the legend with the Goat Man. Actually, I live about a mile away from where the Texas Goat Man is supposed to appear. And
Really?
so the legend is like, if you honk your horn on this bridge, he'll appear. Or if you knock on the trusses or whatever of this old, 150-year-old bridge, he'll appear. So they'll be just randomly doing stuff during the day, and then all of a sudden they'll hear the car horn go off, and he'll be like, "Oh, poof," and he disappears because he's been summoned to
Just
whatever
clips
it is.
out of existence.
and they're constantly pranking humans with like fake footprints and stuff, and
That's awesome.
so that's the
great.
Cryptid Chronicles. It's I've got about 10 issues written to that.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
I think that's the one you should be focusing on. That one.
That
Sounds
great.
really entertaining. Like,
that's my because humor was always my thing that's what I wrote from day one was humor. My first screenplays, I wrote a trilogy of I figured I'd be the next Kevin Smith, right? So he had his Jersey trilogy. I have my Buddy trilogy, and it's about these. But the first one is these guys going on a 3-day weekend, and out to the beach, which is it's all based on me and my friends and the crazy shit we got into, and so it was always humor. And then of course Some Big Lumberjack, my first comic book back in 2003 to 2006 or 7, that was all satire humor. So I was like, I've always had the drama and the serious stuff, kind of in my brain. And with this Bootlegger Comics, I decided that's what I want to focus on, but I just can't completely get away from the humor. So
I'm a big fan, like even in really serious movies or stories, a little bit of humor. And it doesn't have to be like dumb Marvel humor. Like it can
Right.
just be just a little bit of humor. Just makes a huge
Well
difference.
timed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
because isn't that
really-
life? Isn't that real life?
Yeah.
I'm at work and stuff serious and things like that, and then somebody will crack a joke. That's just, or not even a joke, but just say something that's funny. And I mean,
You gotta
that's
try
life.
to find humor in chaos.
or
Yeah,
just
and-
people
and
that are
even as,
sarcastic
like,
in general.
Yeah,
Like if they do it, like some people are just naturally have that sarcastic, whether they're meaning to be funny or not, they're just got that sarcasm about them that,
yeah.
whatever they're saying makes you just like, hey man, that's pretty
Yeah.
funny,
Yeah, and the best
Right,
is when they're not
exactly.
trying to be funny and they just
Yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, the natural humor.
Yeah.
And even as like a what's the right word, like a narrative technique or a writing tool,
Mhm.
putting in a little bit of humor to break the tension, to
Right.
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
know, kind of keep the reader engaged even when stuff is real heavy and stuff.
yeah,
I'm butchering it, but yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Okay, you got your.
Well, even some of the most serious movies, man, there will, even in like a serious war movie, sometimes there'll be a little bit of something like amongst
Yeah.
the characters where like
Yeah.
there's a moment where it's funny, not
Yeah.
meaning that
Yeah.
it's the whole movie or whole story, but You know what I mean? Just like between the characters, sometimes you can get a little bit in there. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
even Saving Private Ryan had
that was,
was-
yeah.
Yeah.
I was about
humor
to
in
say
it.
that too.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say like this, like the scene where the wall crashes down, and it's like the Germans and the Americans are all yelling at each other, and it's like,
Okay.
as crazy as that is, dude, that's kind of a funny scene. Like,
Dude, I love this art, man.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It has a
Yeah.
very Saturday morning cartoon vibe to it, which
That's what I'm going
Yeah.
for.
oh, there you go. We nailed it.
Cartoony, fun, but it's a war story, so it's serious too.
Yeah.
But I try to sprinkle in good character moments and little moments of levity throughout it. But this is the main character. His name is Private James Tyson. He's a werewolf. He can switch whenever he wants. He's not bound to the full moon and stuff. Kind of more like the Underworld Rise of the Lycans kind of
Lycans, yeah.
rules.
Oh, okay.
I even made the weapon as like a unique thing. I call it the Mark II Fang CQC carbine. It's actually made to be used two-handed when they're in the human form, like a regular rifle. And then when they transform, it's more of like a submachine gun or a machine pistol because of just the size difference of the hands. and
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah. That's cool.
Magnetically attaches to the back of their armor, kind of like in Halo, how the guns attach to the back of the Spartans' armor, and they go like that.
dude, I like how you explain that. It's not just like, yeah, he just puts it back there and it hangs.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Next up, oh yeah, question.
So so when he transforms, like his suit transforms with him and the gun.
Yeah,
When I'm just trying to figure out, like,
the gun stays the same size. The suit and the armor has these. I need to explain it better in the story, but it's kind of enchanted because there are spellcasters as part of
Oh,
the.
okay.
Yeah, so when things are made for the, this military group, it's everything is taken into account for the type of supernatural species that they are. So depending on the technology level of the faction, they're the Union. They are able to do certain things like the boots. They have these hinged fronts that lock into
nice.
place because
Oh, okay.
they don't really have the capability to make them stretch right, and they want the werebeasts to use their claws and stuff as natural weapons. So if they had the boots just fully kind of expand to fit the foot, they wouldn't be able to claw with their feet.
oh, okay.
But James
I like
in
it.
particular, he was actually raised to see himself as human. And so he has a personal oath to himself and his family where he won't fight like a savage, bloodthirsty beast. He wants to show humans that, even though we're technically monsters, like we're still just
They're still
people like
people.
you. So he
Yeah.
fights. I like to describe it as if Spider-Man was a speedster, because in this, werewolves are among the fastest of the supernatural species. He can, create bursts of air pressure whenever he takes off at full speed. He's crazy fast, Mach speeds type fast.
Oh, wow.
And so he'll ricochet off of things, do head kicks, stuff like that. Speed blitz. He uses his natural werewolf agility and speed to just completely overwhelm the troopers of the Dominion, and that's kind of his whole thing. His main sort of moral conflict over the course of the story is trying to maintain his sense of humanity in spite of everything that the war is going to ask of him and require him to do and want him to become.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I asked
cool.
that question just because it always annoyed me. Like, even though I'd been a big fan of the Incredible Hulk, it always annoyed me that when he transforms, his pants still fit him. You know, like
He wears the stretchy pants.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving pants.
So it was
Yeah.
interesting that you were trying to work in, there's an explanation of some sort to where they can transform and there's everything kind of transforms with them instead of.
That's the type of stuff that gets me engaged in stories. When if you're thinking about small things like that, it's like, what else are you thinking about, right? So
Right, and it's a little hard to see in the concept here, but on the pauldrons in particular, you can kind of see how the distance here is shorter than the distance here, so they kind of have like a expanding, like there's more underneath the layers, and so when his arms get longer, it kind of pulls it out too.
Okay, that's
Cool.
crunchy metal.
Yeah. Let me see. Next character is. Oh shit! Did I not? Oh yeah. Here we go. So this is
Yeah,
the
this guy.
rival and the moral foil for the main character. This guy's Private Warren Graves. He's a,
Cool name.
thank you. He's a reptilian, and his whole thing is he used to be a mob enforcer in the undercity slums of New London, and his sort of moral dilemma over the course of the story is he sees the war as an opportunity to make something more of himself, to find some kind of redemption for all of the crimes and the killing he's done in the past, even though he still is kind of in the mindset of like a savage killer. He doesn't have really any problems with eating the troopers of the Dominion or the super soldiers of the Dominion. He did that stuff before. He sees them as meat, me or them, and so he wants to he wants to try and find some sort of redemption by helping to fight and defeat the regime that's trying to take over the world.
That's
Looks great.
Yeah.
He can use his tail to grapple things and use weapons with it, kind of like how Nightcrawler can.
Nice.
And his reptilian scales actually are almost completely bulletproof. It takes armor-piercing rounds to get through them. They're completely fireproof, and he puts a little bit too much faith in them than he should, considering the overwhelming firepower that the Dominion has at their disposal. He's very overconfident when it comes to that stuff, and he can also, as a reptilian, turn himself and whatever he's wearing invisible, kind of like a chameleon. So I take bits and pieces of natural world animal powers and kind of sprinkle them in.
So when he changes Camille, like, does his armor change with him too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the way I explain it, I don't have it overtly explained in the story. I probably should at some point, but it's all supernatural creatures and races and species and whatever are in effect magical creatures. So the act of transforming from human form to werebeast form is a sort of magical ability or power, and it's not necessarily the same thing as when like a spellcaster casts a spell. That's an intentional knowing thing. These are more instinctual kind of things that they can just do. But they're still magical powers. I have it written down somewhere with a much better explanation, but I treat it kind of like how RPGs like D&D and stuff would treat like fighter powers and spellcaster powers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Warren. I love that profile view with the teeth and the head shape. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Next up is where's my cursor? There it is. Next up is the spellcaster on the team, Private Melee Mason. And she is half human, half spellcaster. I have it set up so that way spellcasters are technically not human. They're an offshoot in the way of like Neanderthals were. They regular humans can't channel and control magical energies except for chi, like life energy, which is I explain that as the chi or key life energy is the byproduct of the divine energy of the soul interacting and mixing with the arcane energy of the vessel or the body. And so, humans can manipulate that. But spellcasters can completely and freely control arcane energy. And she is not really nearly as powerful as full-blooded spellcasters. And so she makes up for that by controlling these little things, call them gizmos. She's been working on these since she was a child to try and make up for her lack of ability. And by the time the story rolls around, the leader of the team has helped her, develop them into these little Magitech golems. And they're semi-autonomous. They can follow complex command chains without micromanagement. And they can cast any spell that she also knows. And her helmet vents the energy that comes off of her eyes into like this really neat angel wing pattern.
So in your world, basically, like magic and technology has evolved kind of simultaneously together.
Kind of. It's more like how in Hellboy the supernatural is kept from public eye.
Oh, okay.
And so with the war, they've kind of had to rapidly come together. The Union has been for a few years before the start of the story, not the start of the war. They had been seeking out, drafting, and building up a supernatural fighting force, and the spellcasters that they've found and recruited have been helping them to develop their technology and kind of combine. It's in 2152, so like near future science with mysticism and the arcane. So yeah.
Cool,
The next character is this big titty vampire.
there you go.
Is that her name?
No, it might as well be, but no. Her name is Sergeant Kana Akame, and she is a big titty vampire, like I said. Let's see, look at those.
There you go.
About as big as Power Girl, and since vampires are among the most physically powerful of the supernatural races, she is a frontline fighter. She uses one of Melee's gizmos to cast create like a almost like a hard light shield that she uses in combat. She's got a hand cannon and like a hyper reinforced combat knife when the hand cannon runs out of ammo. But she's also the kind of vampire that infected her is a sort of rare subspecies that has this. It's kind of a spoiler, but whatever. This rage curse, where kind of like they go into a bit of a Hulk state, where their bodies. They go like this. how do I describe it? They kind of boil alive from the inside out. And if the rage state doesn't, subside or calm down, she actually can die from it.
Oh, okay.
And it basically quadruples her speed and strength, and she goes completely feral, attacking anything that moves. And it's a huge struggle of hers to stay in control pretty much at all times, and that's kind of her deal. God, those things are huge.
What's some of your strategies for your crowdfunding for trying to get eyes on the project?
I'm not really close to that point quite yet. Oh yeah, sorry. Didn't mean to pull that one up yet, but this is the next character. As far as strategies go, I haven't really thought that far yet, but I'm mostly just gonna try and get on as many shows as I can. I am gonna be starting my own shows eventually at some point when I can make the time for it, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for that, because I don't really know. I'm a fucking hermit. I don't really know what to do for a public broadcasting show like that. So I'm just kind of fumbling. but I'm having fun. Whatever happens is what happens. I'm just gonna enjoy the ride and do my best. And,
do you have any kind of idea of when maybe you might launching, like a year, 2 years?
Hopefully sometime next year. I was hoping it would be sometime this year, but the way things are progressing as far as speed and my own money situation goes, it's probably going to be sometime next year, because I still got to get colors, I got to get covers, I don't even have a logo for the story yet. I got to get that in.
Yeah.
So it's even still too early for a sign up, in my opinion.
Well,
So,
I think you're in a perfect place to start promoting.
Really?
I think if I were you, and again, take this for what it's worth. I've had 2 failed campaigns, so take this with a grain of salt. But I'd start a Substack.
I actually do have a Substack. I don't promote it at all,
and promote it. Promote it on X. Promote it anytime you get a chance to. Because you're in a great position to be able to post updates. You've got stuff going on. You can post, like the first character you showed, the werewolf guy. Like, you could make that your newsletter post for the week, and then the following week could be the next character, or what have you, or drop little lore bits, and start building that interest and start building, because this thing looks great.
Thank you.
Just the stuff you shared with us here, the art is fantastic. The lore is, you've obviously put a lot of time into the lore. I mean, I can tell that just from the descriptions, and you are deep into this. It's clear that this really, you've put a lot of thought and a lot of effort into this, that you care a lot about this. So, you can start dropping stuff, little bits, to get people enticed and to start following. And what's on Substack, you're that's a free email list essentially, right? That's just my opinion. I think you've got great stuff to go ahead and start building that following. You want to start building the following before you launch, or even before you're close to launch. That's the thing. That's one thing I didn't do. I'm old. I'm 51 years old. I thought, look, I don't have a lot of time. I need to get going. I'm not going to waste a year building an audience. I'm just going to hit the ground running and try to be aggressive. And it didn't work. you know.
It did pretty good for.
That's
Yeah, it did.
yeah, right. But so now I'm
I
taking
thought
the
your
time
project
now
looked cool.
to build that, to try to build that audience. And I've been talking to other creators about trying to come up with new and different and creative ways to get eyes on project. Nick Patch, are you guys familiar with Nick Patch?
Yeah, I follow him.
He's great, man. He does a thing where he's doing a reservation, like you reserve your copy. So you're putting in like $2, right, to reserve your copy. And if you reserve it, you get more than you would at launch time. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So he's got some really great ideas, and I think that's an awesome idea that I'm starting to look into. But it's a challenge now, man, because not only are there more people, there's more campaigns out there from indie folks, but
Yeah.
now we're getting more campaigns out there by established folks, right?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
the ocean is getting larger, if you will. I thought
Yeah.
Fabrizio was getting ready to say something. I was like,
I know, I totally agree. I mean, it just seems like the past, 6 years or whatever, like anything else, like whenever like the app store started, you were guaranteed to make a boatload of money. But the more apps that get in the store, the harder it is to make a little bit of a wave. I will say this, I totally agree. This looks great.
Thank you.
And like, I think one of the sort of the weak spots in a lot of indie comics is character designs, and these look fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank
So like push that and do as much as you can on it. And the thing about indie comics is like everybody is like a consumer and a producer. We're like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
all playing both roles. So if I'm not looking at it as a producer, I'm looking at it as a consumer or something. So yeah, I say show this stuff.
right on.
Right on. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Should I go on about this character or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This guy is Lieutenant Quentin Bard, and he's a vengeful spirit who pilots a robot body with retractable laser guns built into the arms. And his whole thing is he's the leader of a squad of rejects. All of these characters are part of the Skeleton Corps Special Task Forces, which is a fancy way of saying they're expendable. They're rejects from regular service for one reason or another: personality faults, crimes, incidents that happen during boot camp and training, and they get cast off into these expendable squads who are led by people who, or I guess monsters who are exceptionally difficult to kill. So that way, fragging is kept to an absolute minimum. If you don't know what fragging is, it was a thing that happened a lot during the Vietnam War, where the privates and the corporals and whatever would kill off their commanding officers.
Gosh.
And so the putting a dead man in charge of frag prone troops are it's the best call to make, really, because even
That
if
issue.
yeah, right. Even if everybody else dies, he will still be around to go back to command and get a whole nother squad. But he hates that. He hates that the government and the military structure sees his people as expendable, and so his whole thing is trying to balance an oath to his team to see them through to the end of the war, no matter what, and his own, let's say, instinctual urges as a vengeful spirit that drive him to kind of bite off more than he can really chew to go after the Dominion for all of the evils, all of the lives that they claim, innocent and otherwise. And it's it leads the team into into some pretty serious situations that they're going to have to overcome as a group. And so he's got this really cool trench coat. It's in the near future, 2152. So I tried to get like a cyberpunkish vibe out of the clothing and stuff, and the world with the cities. He's got a cool bandolier, keeps the trench coat on him. So even when, things are happening with, explosions and stuff, whipping the coat around, it'll still kind of stay dynamically attached and look really cool. And yeah, I mean, this is the last main character.
Nice. So what was your kind of like, like the what if question that got you going on all this?
Honestly, I was just watching Supernatural one day, and I was like, you know what? It'd be cool if this was a war story. And, it's already kind of derivative of Creature Commandos, Howling Commandos. Monster Soldiers has been done before,
Yeah.
But I like to think that I'm doing something cool and unique with it by expanding it exponentially into this whole multi-leveled kind of war story where I really can't spoil things, but the story goes as far back into prehistory as even before humans arose on Earth, and far into the future beyond the scope of just this war, with tons of greater conflicts at play, and it's really cool.
Yeah, that sounds sweet, dude.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I love werewolves.
Yeah.
I've wanted to be a werewolf since I was a kid.
Werewolves are my favorite too.
I would if I could. I've always considered them to be the blue collar monsters of the monster world, and I've always thought of the vampires as like the Euro trash.
Hey, come on.
Like in their silk shirts and
EDM clubs.
at the
That's
club,
that's just Blade 3.
and the chains, and or in the track suits doing the Slav squat.
Blade typecast.
Or that True Bloods TV show, weren't they kind of like that there?
Oh yeah.
I didn't never
Yeah.
really watch it, but
Yeah.
I didn't watch True Blood either. I thought it looked gay.
I mean, I saw some of it.
I don't know. It didn't have a lot of tits in it. I mean, that would have been nice.
Well, apparently it did, but it was just like the super flat Anna Paquin boobs.
Oh,
Nah,
that.
so,
I thought
so
she
no
had a big
tits.
rack. I don't know.
That's why I made my vampire chick big-titted.
So,
As you should.
well,
yeah, some type of-
that's a requirement for comic books, right? I mean, that's
Damn right.
That's the hardest part of mine, man, because I got all augmented humans. So I have one section of like non-augmented humans I'll be able to do that stuff with, but can't really make robots look sexually attractive. It's kind of
Well, hang on.
Well,
yeah, fair enough.
Japan just said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, fair. Fair, the waifu robots.
I don't know if you've seen the game Atomic Heart, but
I have actually seen okay, all right, I forgot about Atomic Heart. Might be able to utilize something there.
What, man? What can we do what can we do to get more eyes on Project? I mean, that is the biggest, and not just eyes, but interested eyes.
yeah.
Like with Instagram, I got plenty of eyes on my project there, and it wasn't the right type of audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just I'm
It's
sure
hard.
there's something out there. There's some strategy that just no one's thought of yet that would just open the
for
floodgates.
those of you who don't know, this is Atomic Heart. This is what the robot ladies look like in Atomic Heart.
Oh, excellent!
Alright.
No mouth.
I was just gonna say.
The best part.
I will say this about crowdfunding, and I don't know what everybody else thinks, is my money is limited monthly, and if there's like 10 crowd, I can't fund 10, I can fund a couple.
Yeah.
And and that's somebody who really wants to back people. Like I really wish I could, but I'm already backing like 3 after shipping. We're talking like $100 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, we can't really bring the price down that much, to be completely honest. Like
Right.
there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, expanding the market, but where?
Yeah, it's like we need to find a way to bring more eyes into the indie crowdfunding space somehow. It's and a lot
I
of
agree with you, February. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Cody.
Oh no, you're good. No, you're good. I was gonna say like a lot of places you go to too, like Reddit and Instagram and stuff like that. It's like you can find a niche group of people in those social media platforms that do like this stuff, but I don't know how you get them all into one area.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Mm-hmm.
And
Even more so since we're Comicsgate and we've got that all that reputation.
I don't know if any of you guys have tried going into any other live streams and mentioning to people that you're Comicsgate. It doesn't go well. it
depends
does
on
not go too well.
if it's anybody outside of the
The
inner
sphere.
kind of realms that have been following it, but it's kind of like I still like a lot of stuff that's not Comicsgate. It don't have to be fucking
It doesn't have to be
Comicsgate for me to
Comicsgate,
buy it.
Yeah.
But with what Fabrizio said, I'm on a damn, I only draw like a monthly check. So I have to be very frugal. Like, I don't get to back everything I would love to. If I was rich, I'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and, but over the course of so many months, I've been more, especially ever since I got the laptop, I'm more like, if somebody has a digital version, that allows me to still be able to take part in backing them for $5 or whatever, $5 to $10. Like some digital might be 10, some, depending.
Yeah.
But it's a cheaper way for me to, especially something that's like in another country, like we talked about Cody. Cody and I talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I really want to back something physical of Vasilis Lolos, but
Yes.
Yep.
I'm like, well,
I got the digital of E-Punk, but I just want to hold the book in my hands.
Yeah.
Well, like I was going to back, or I backed Saturn Head, which is still, I don't know when coming out, but I backed it digitally because when I was like, the shipping was going to be as much as he was wanting for the book, or if not more. It was like, like 20, but he's in Greece. So
Yeah, that's how it is for
shipping
me
from
with any
there
Comicsgate book I buy because I'm in Canada. So it's like my shipping is almost always more than the book itself.
Yeah, it's
So
brutal.
like, yeah.
yeah, like
So it's
sending that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're good, man. I get digital. I get digital for like if it's something I'm unsure of, but I want to support the person, I'll get the digital no matter what. And if I enjoy the digital, I'll rebuy it with physical because it's whatever. If I like it, I like it, right?
Well, I used to be so against digital, like it was like, and then I'm just kind of like, now, of course, when I just was on my phone and didn't have like a bigger screen, there's no reason to back it digital because I'm not going to try to read a comic book on a phone. I'm just not.
Right.
And so now that I have a screen and everything, if someone offers that option, and I do know there's a lot of creators in this scene that just are absolutely against doing anything digital, and I understand. But I don't know. It's kind of, people are fickle, man. Like you could, like you were saying, Chris, you could have like a lot of eyeballs on your social media account and a bunch of people following you. They know about your project, but what really gets them to want to, one, you probably have to be a really good salesman. I mean, seriously, you got to be able to know how to not just sell your like what you're trying to put out, but yourself as well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No,
You're exactly right.
That's right on.
Like when people like your personality, like sometimes I just like the way someone's coming across. I see their project, I'm like, man, that looks really good. But just because they have like a certain charisma or something, that'll draw me to them. And I'm just speaking from my own personal consumer take, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like, I
got to
don't
sell
have
the
nothing
book,
in
but
the
you got to
works.
sell yourself even more.
Yep.
Because that's how people, you know, pick and choose who they back in this space, especially in Comicsgate. People back who they like. It's just how it is.
Well,
Here's
a lot of people want to invest in the person, right? Too. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
here's some numbers for you, just to put everything
Hmm.
in perspective. So I've got the platform here and typical conversion backers, right? So Instagram, the typical conversion rate of your backers is 0.5%.
God.
Oh, that's
X-
brutal.
X is 1 to 3%. Facebook page 1 to 3%. A Facebook group, and because it says they're engaged, is 3 to 8%.
Hmm.
TikTok
yeah,
0.2 to 1%.
makes sense.
Oh.
YouTube subscribers 2 to 8%.
Hmm.
Email list 10 to 30%. Kickstarter pre-launch followers 20 to 30%. So
Interesting.
YouTube subscribers, say you have 100 YouTube subscribers, maybe 2 to 8 backers.
Yeah.
100 followers on X, 1 to 3 backers. 100 Instagram followers, 1 to 2 backers. Kickstarter followers, 100, you get 20 to 30 backers. 100 people on a warm email list, 20 to 30 backers. And that's math.
Yeah.
I
That's the
mean,
cold hard
that's
reality.
pulling
of it.
all.
And we all have such a limited time. You have to. It's almost like you have to pick a platform. Like
Yeah.
there's no way you're gonna be
You're doing
uploading to
all.
TikTok, all that stuff.
And if you
I
are,
think
it's just
there's-
generic because you're putting the same thing out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you would have one particular platform that you concentrate on the most to have your interactions. What I would figure.
Because Chris, you tried the boosting too, right? You tried was that the promoting on TikTok or you paid for like the booster or whatever? Did you try that? I thought I mentioned you. Yeah, yeah, on Instagram. Okay, so I am
I tr-
interested to see how.
I got banned from marketing on Instagram like 5 years ago,
What?
and I can't. I appealed it. I'm sure I made a comment on somebody's post.
There's that barn porn comic you put out.
But I'm glad I couldn't
Skeletons of barn
advertise
porn, what?
because it sounds like it. No comment.
Oh man!
Sounds
So
like
it's,
enough to get you banned
it's
from
you know, they
Instagram.
talk about the grind, man. The grind is very real.
And there's ways now with certain platforms, like I think Streamlabs has tools to sort of not automatically, but you know, clip and multi-platform promote stuff. Like I think I have Streamlabs. I gotta double check, you know, what they are and how it works because I haven't had the time to actually use it, but I'm pretty sure it has tools that'll let you make clips and instantly upload them to multiple platforms at the same time. So yeah,
This Restream, the thing I'm using right now, it has.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
yeah.
Because I'm frozen. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh.
I ain't never really had that happen, but I was just
Yeah,
making.
yeah.
It don't
Yeah, I
matter.
can hear
It's
you,
still
but
my
you're not
face.
Dude, that should be the new profile picture right there.
I guess it would be decent. I guess.
Yeah, even on this Restream that I'm using, I don't have it turned on, but I can live clipping. I have disabled, but it'll like I think as long as while I'm streaming, I say like clip that or something like that, it'll clip the last like 30 seconds or whatever, and then just post it.
Huh.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care too much to use that. So
Yeah. So sometimes these tools are kind of meant more for like game streamers and stuff like that.
yeah.
Fabrizio, you were on before y'all had just started, I think, when I got here and turned on was watching. I don't know because I've heard the name of your newest the thing you're working on that's not Horus. but I can't remember it right off. And I don't know if I'm sure you've already mentioned it at the very beginning. I don't know. I was just trying to get I'm trying to remember what I have heard about it, and I'm kind of like spacing it.
No, that's fine. I mean, I just put a teaser ad out there maybe a couple of months ago. It's called Bone Saint, and it's again, it's historical fiction, sort of set in the 1500s, and it's there's a bounty placed on the bones of saints, so all these reliquaries, and then there's this guy essentially protecting and tracking down and retrieving these reliquaries that are being destroyed by all sorts of people. Yeah, it's all sorts of people.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I think like the 30 Years' War is such a volatile era. Like 8 million people died, and it's just mass war all over the place, right? And I wanted this like little mountain village that is trying to stay out of it, kind of thing. And then this guy, again, there's these ancient reliquaries, and he protects them. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's the premise. That's not going to be until after the next Horace H. Hoover, though, for sure.
Yeah, I remember you saying that on another, because like recently, I don't know when it was, but I lose track of time. But I was thinking, weren't you on you were on somebody else's, like in the past month or so, I was thinking you were on something and discussing a little bit of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Dr. Mask, maybe.
Yeah, it was Dr. Mask, because I watched that almost the entire, like I was there in the chat, I believe.
Yeah.
So but I just forget things, like if it's not like just bombarded in my, and since you're here, I was like, and then on X, a lot of times, like I follow so many different people that unless I've actually actively hit like on someone's thing or recently interacted with them, it's only pushing out to me in my timeline, like people that I've recently interacted with in the past few days. So sometimes something will pop up and I've totally forgot. Oh yeah. Unless I consciously type in your name and go to your profile,
Yeah, that happens with me a lot. I don't post a ton. But I will say the ad that I posted for that is probably one of my favorites, because that's like ads back in the day, like from the 70s and the 80s, were so much fun. They were evocative. It wasn't just like, hey, here's a series, go buy this next series. It was just like, it was vague, it was mysterious. So I tried to capture that with this ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to inundate people too, because I also don't have a lot to show, and I kind of want to keep focus on Horace, because I feel like if I pivot too early, then that'll draw all the excitement, and people will just ignore Horace. They're like, yeah, we've seen Horace before.
Yeah, but like if you already have the first 4, you want the 5th one.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I definitely want, like I'm like and one question about the 5th one, is it still going to be since it's the last one, is it going to be a little more to it, or is it going to be just about the same size?
I think thumbnails are out to like 34 pages. It's a self-contained story, but there is some sort of like wrap-up callback to the first issue. But man, I love the 5th issue. I mean, we all get better. Like every time you write a page, right, you get better on the next page. And I'm 5 issues into this at a point, so I'm really loving this last issue, giving everybody something to do. And again, there's a bit of an emotional beat, which I like to have a little bit at least. And there's just some crazy worlds and I think this is going to be, I don't know if people's favorite, but it's going to be one of my favorites for sure.
I think Horace could be like if you were in like the mainstream and somebody, I think it would be a property that would be a cool like like mature type animation, even, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
There's so much you could do with that. Like
it'd be a really cool animated series.
Yeah. Alas.
I'll talk to my HBO people, and they'll be.
They will just do a search of Fabrizio's comments on the internet for the past 15 years, and then they'll we can't sign on to that.
Yeah, so we need someone in Comicsgate to get a just figure out animating. They'd make a killing in this space.
Yeah.
Just being able to turn people's comics into actual animations, not the AI stuff people just do. The AI stuff works, but it looks super weird.
Yeah, AI is not at the point yet where it can really do it. It can if it has copious amounts of supporting drawings and you know, frameworks and stuff like that. Like I saw somebody made a just like a really short clip, and they showed a behind the scenes, and they pretty much had the entire thing already done, but just as like a previs version. And the AI, all it did was do the full visual effects for it. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean, to get it to work decently, you really have to have like it already done, and then have the AI just kind of put on that last coat of paint.
Yeah, 90% of the work and let the AI just finish the 10%.
Yeah.
But even then,
Yeah.
it's like, why wouldn't you just do it yourself?
It's a fun toy at this point. That's you know.
Yeah. Beyond fun and like concept stuff, I don't see.
Yeah, I don't
really
want to
practical
ever
use for
see it completely take over. But I mean, I'm sure it's probably going to. At some point, we're going to see that. I mean, even Hollywood is moving towards that. I mean, look at what they're talking about, the new Star Wars stuff that they're talking about. They're going to heavily use AI for their backgrounds and world. You know, and there's a lot of fan stuff being done with the AI for the Star Wars universe that I'm really enjoyed on YouTube. But obviously, Hollywood's going to take advantage of that because then they're having to pay less people, maybe not even have to have real actors. You know, like. And I think when you start taking the real human element out of it, like to use it as the tool that it's meant to be, I don't think is a bad thing. But once we reach a point where, like, I think we'll have a split of there'll be a hardcore audience that's only going to be like, okay, I know that there's a real human behind this, and you know, that's kind of where we're going. And then you'll have like other people that just don't care. You just feed me all the slop you can give me, you know.
So for writers out there, like I can draw live, but I don't know if any of you guys know David Stewart. He's a YouTube channel, really good stuff. Anyway, he started to write live, so you see him writing the screenplay, writing, and at first I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy when you think about it, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
So I honestly, if I was a writer, I might consider doing that. And it's not like you have to engage with the chat all the time, but seeing somebody write their process, go back, edit it, it was actually pretty fascinating.
Interesting.
That is that is pretty cool.
You can see
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
for AI,
the
talking
wheels
about
spinning
movies,
there.
talking about movies for AI, like I see it being used mostly to replace computer graphics, CGI.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because let's look at movies lately. You know, these big movies are not doing well. You know, you
They're
look at Masters of the Universe, which was a fantastic movie, by the way.
I really wanted to see that. It looks so good.
And it's just tanked financially. And if they could replace the CGI with AI, you know, how much is that going to bring their budget down? You know, that's going to help a lot. And then with Supergirl, you know, like Supergirl is tanking. You know, it's I think
from
it's
what I hear though, it's
like,
oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say from what I hear though, just word on the street is the Supergirl movie is just plain bad.
I've heard both. I've heard that it's not that great, that it's okay, but that the Millie Acock or Millie Alcock, that she actually does pretty good in the film. But you know, again, if they had used AI to do all this computer generated effects, you know, instead of having all these CGI people doing all that stuff and just using AI, what could that have done for maybe this wouldn't have been considered a bomb, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it could
Um,
have been a profit or something.
so I definitely see why it's attractive to movie studios, because these big movies, what movies are really doing well, right? Like Backrooms and what was that? Obsession is the biggest
Mhm.
one lately that
Yeah.
Yeah.
done like really well,
Yeah.
because it didn't cost, it cost like nothing almost to make these films, right? And that's, Hollywood's going to have to do something to offset these massive budget films, because they're not hitting that. And I don't even know what Grogu and Mandalorian did. Like, that thing just disappeared. Like, I haven't even heard anybody talk about it, like if it was any good or not. Like,
The last time I checked, it was losing money, but that was the second weekend after it came out. It
Yeah.
was still losing money.
like,
I
I
mean,
hear
I didn't have
nobody
any
talking
desire
about
to
that
see
at
it.
all. And the fact that there's so little feedback on a Star Wars film.
Yep.
Wow.
I haven't even seen clips from it. Like normally you're seeing like
Really?
Yeah.
you know, there's
Yeah.
clips all over, like people. I don't even know what's in the trailer. Like I thought the trailer was a joke. I thought the trailer was a Coca-Cola
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah, it was.
like just
I haven't even
Tauntaun
seen the
dragging.
trailers.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
you're
man.
right. They're just going to have to reduce their budgets down to these indie films, and they don't know how to do that. They have no concept of how to like squeeze money out. I always think of Del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth, one of my favorite movies of all
Great
time.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
I think the budget was 9 million or something like that. You know,
Yep.
I can't imagine like a major studio doing anything for $9 million. That's the food budget, or that's like,
Yeah.
It's
That's all-
almost
that's
like
all craft
because they've
services.
got the money, let's spend it. You know, kind of thought, I guess. But you know, I think it was Shane Davis. I don't know if you guys follow him or watch his videos, but
Yeah.
I really love the videos he does where he talks about the industry and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And he did one where he speculated about AI, and his speculation I thought was fascinating, but also kind of frightening. Was that, you know, he sees a future where these movie studios, you know, put out an app, and it's all AI generated films, and you as the, you know, user can put all the prompts in and everything, and basically create the film that you want to see with whatever actor, and that all these actors are going to like have to license their likeness out for to be used in these AI films. And I just thought, like, wow.
man.
I don't necessarily really see that though, because I don't think people don't want to have to prompt their own show, right? Like people wanted to, a majority of people just want to sit down, watch their show, and then get out, right?
Eventually, yeah, but I think if that were to, let's say like that came out tomorrow, oh my god,
true.
people
Yeah,
would
fair
go
enough.
fucking crazy.
People go crazy.
There'd be the craziest porn out there that you've ever seen. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You know?
Sites would be gone.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think I like speculating about stuff. It's fun. And you know, when it comes to AI, like, you know,
I have a feeling that's where like the indie space is actually going to benefit with the entertainment industry really getting into AI. All their stuff is going to eventually just look the same. It's all going to have that AI bland generic filter over it, and it's like I don't think AI is ever going to get to a point where it can create something like Horace Hoover or Nostradamus effect. Like I don't think like it's ever going to get
right. It won't create. Yes.
Yeah.
It'll need some kind of prodding, you know, if you will, or you know, prompting of some kind. But
yeah.
I guarantee you it's going to get to a point, and I don't think we're far off, where you're not going to be able to tell, oh, this is AI. I mean, you know,
Yeah, we're
think
close
about
there,
like
yeah.
a year ago when it was blatantly obvious. Like, look at that. What was that Will Smith video of
spaghetti?
him eating the spaghetti, and it's like the forks going through his face and shit, and like that was the technology then. You look at the technology now, it's just like, holy crap.
Yeah, people are doing some crazy things with it. I mean, you guys have probably seen that psyop anime on Twitter.
No.
No. Let me see if I can pull it up. They just recently did a Supergirl thing.
Oh, I think Katie posted a clip of that or something, didn't she? Was that the?
The funniest thing is as we like project out into the future, however long that may be, as soon as AI gets so good that we all love it, we're going to be living inside a data center. So like,
Yeah.
Yep.
they're just going to be surrounding all of our houses. We're just going to be enclosed in a data center. I'm like, yes, AI's finally made it.
Yeah, because
They'll be out in
anymore.
space.
You're just gonna be in the data center.
They'll be out in space in the next year, I think.
I hope.
I live in a small data center out in the.
Have you seen the one that the?
I mean,
or
or in the ocean or something.
Oh,
I don't know. Can I press play?
Yes.
All right, let's see if the audio is sharing.
So I might have to.
There's an echo.
That's all. So like, people can do some crazy stuff with AI. Like this was all AI that this guy did.
Oh. That was actually crazy for AI.
Yeah. Right.
For 3 seconds of film.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's.
But yeah, the issue with AI then is trying to make another section of that and then merge those two together
Yeah.
and have
Make
a
it fit
consistent
cohesively.
Yeah, for 30 whole minutes. Because the moment things start changing around, I jump out of it. It's like I
Yeah.
can't.
You guys ever heard of a show called The Y-Files?
Oh my god, I love that show.
Yeah.
No.
I have stumbled upon that about 2 weeks ago and have absolutely fallen in love with it. They've been doing this where they live stream like all these episodes. So that's what I do when I drive into work and I drive home from work is I just listen to
Hecklefish.
phenomenal show. My God.
Yeah, I've been watching for a long time. He kind of blew up recently because he kind of did the podcast circuit.
Yeah,
Like
he was on
on-
Rogan, right?
Yeah, and Sean Ryan and places like that. But
Is that this one?
yeah, so good. And Hecklefish. Me and my wife love Hecklefish. We watch it every night.
How many subscribers do they have? Does it say?
5
Wow.
million? Damn.
Wow, holy crap.
Almost 6.
That's a lot.
Now, if you could get him to promote your comic book,
Right.
Dude, it's crazy when like you stumble across YouTube channels that have like 10 million subscribers or something. You're like, I've never heard of this person.
Yeah, it's really good.
it is
Man,
really, it's
these
really
videos
well
are
done.
2-3 hours or more.
It's not Bush League at all. I mean, the guy, I think his channel's been up for quite a few years.
Dude, I'm watching this.
and
What lives in the
he definitely
DMT
knows
world?
what he's
I am
doing.
living. That looks crazy.
And you know, the great thing is this stuff is where a lot of my story ideas come from. Like these, because I'm familiar with a lot of these conspiracies and hypotheses and things like that. Like I get a lot of my ideas from this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever heard of the man from Tau Red?
No.
Mm.
That's a story about this supposedly happened in, I think it was the 50s or 60s. This guy steps off of a plane in Japan and he's like speaks a totally different language. His passport doesn't match any known country in the world. And, they have him, he's looking at a map and he's pointing to all these countries, but they're saying different names and, and then they had him locked up in this room trying to figure out who the hell he was. And then he just disappeared.
I've seen a video on that, like some
Yeah.
YouTuber or somebody covering it. Like,
Yep. Yeah. It's
Yeah, I've
a
heard
story
of
that's been
that.
around for a while. And I'm fascinated by that kind of stuff. And then anything Nikola Tesla, I'm just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, Tesla's cool.
He's incredible.
Yeah, Tesla's got some cool stuff.
hey guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I got a few things I need to do.
Sounds
All right,
good,
have a good
Greg.
day,
Yeah,
man.
it's good seeing you.
talking to you.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah, it was
popping in.
fun being here, and I was tickled that I could share that little Horace H. Hoover thing, about the
The
so
bad model number.
Y'all have a good rest of the day.
You
All right,
too.
you too, brother.
Have a good
Okay,
one, Gray.
bye.
Peace,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff too for story ideas. It's like, and it's not even. It could be like 5 seconds out of a 4 hour
Right.
thing,
Yeah.
and it just is like, aha, you know.
Yeah. Some tiny little aspect of it that just
Gets your brain
explodes
going.
in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot of I watch a lot of like lore deep dives on like video games. Like people basically spending way too much time and thinking way too much into aspects of video games that you shouldn't be. The economy of Skyrim and stuff like that. But it's
Oh,
like they yeah, dude, they come up with some interesting theories and stuff though that really kind of get your brains going and
This made me might make me sound like the worst writer ever, but a lot of my ideas, my best ideas, come from me mishearing people speak.
No, that's great.
Like they'll say did you just say goblin tank? They're like, no, I said, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, goblin tank. And then I'll
Goblin
just,
Tank.
or whatever it is.
Hey, if it works, it works. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
right on.
So bad hearing.
Hey, whatever gets the creative juices going, right?
Well, like I've got a story that incorporates the conspiracy theory or legend or whatever of the Kandahar giant. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that story.
Yeah, I heard about
Never
that.
heard of it.
So apparently in 2002, a squad or whatever of Rangers went missing in Afghanistan, and they sent another, special force group out to go look for them. They track them down to this mountain, range or whatever, and they find a series of caves. They go in there, and there is this giant, literal giant, in there eating members or have eaten members of this team. And this, big firefight breaks out. It takes like 30 minutes or so of gunfire to bring this massive humanoid down. And it's almost described as, like it's got like a mouth within the mouth, like a row of teeth within the teeth or something like that. And that's
Sharks.
apparently Nephilim-like or whatever. But
Hmm.
then a Black Hawk helicopter comes down, takes the body, and it's never seen again. So in this story I have, my main character is a veteran of that event. So it's kind of, you've got war on top of this, reality bending experience has kind of messed with him, and he's got PTSD. Anyways, it's like Yellowstone meets Wolfman. So he gets a job as a ranch hand at this place and ends up becoming a werewolf. And
Dude, that's cool.
it's
Yeah.
and he ends up having to decide, like, is he going to protect this family who's taken him in when nobody else did, right? Like everybody just looked at him as some broken, veteran, broken human, whereas this family who hired him and he became close with this family, they're a family of werewolves essentially. Like the family he's working for, they don't have the gene, if you will. They protect, like they earmark or whatever a portion of their cattle to feed the portion of their family that does have this curse. So he's got to decide, okay, am I going to protect these people, or am I going to, protect the world? Because anybody who practices any kind of magic, anything supernatural in our universe, it creates a thinning of the veil, if you will, between our universe and another universe that is supernatural based. And the more thinnings that happen, it will create a rift. And a rift will last hundreds of years. And the last rift ushered in the last dark age. So there's a group that goes around called the Order of St. George, and their whole thing is to eliminate anybody practicing magic or supernatural anything, any kind of incursion from thinnings. You'll have like anytime there's a thinning of the veil, that's when you see UFOs, when Bigfoot's sighted, when
Okay.
ghosts are seen, when that's what creates all this. So they
Yeah,
go and
see
take
through.
care of these incursions to eliminate these thinnings so we don't have a rift. I know I'm kind of doing word salad here, but
I'm
so
following.
sense.
this group, the Order of St. George, they're autonomous groups all over the world. So each one is kind of operated differently. Well, the one in this story, they're super fundamental, hardline. They don't care. They're going to destroy this. They're going to eliminate this whole line. The people who do have the curse and the people who've been protecting them because they have the curse within them. It's just dormant for whatever reason. So he's got like, what do I do? Do I defend the world by helping to keep magic from creating these thinnings, or do I protect this family who's taken me in when the rest of society has abandoned me and left me for a bum on the street? So
That's a good
I don't,
conflict.
I don't know why
Yeah, I
they
love that.
brought that up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
you-
about
you-
that. I don't know.
You've
No,
got
I,
a talent.
I understood that. That's a really good conflict you got.
Oh, it
there.
was the Kandahar
Yeah.
Giant. That was it.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
made it pop
yeah.
into my head.
You want to, man, you've got a talent for cryptid related stories, because a lot of people they just want to tell like Bigfoot in the forest, or like Bigfoot like fighting somebody, or Bigfoot just this cryptid versus that cryptid. Like, you actually have like a good
I love
solid
cryptids,
base
man.
for- yeah,
I
dude,
love. There's a podcast I listen to all the time, or used to, called Kryptonaut Podcast, and they do it with humor, but they take it seriously. They're serious about it, but it's like three guys just sitting around talking about cryptids. They read the legend, then they're like, well, how could that possibly happen? And blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes they're drunk or fucking high or whatever.
Just having
And it's
fun.
just, it's hilarious. And it's a great show. And I just love cryptids. Just whether it's, I'm sure there's a kernel of truth in some like Thunderbirds and Bigfoots
Yeah.
and what have
Yeah.
you. But I'm sure there's some kernel of truth there, whether it's ancient or whatever. But I just love the stories, and then a lot of times it's the thing I really like is about normal people fighting the fear, fighting through that fear. I mean, because that's really what bravery is, right? You're doing it not because you're not scared. You're doing it because it's something that has to be done.
Has to
You're
be done.
terrified, right? But you're doing it because it's the right thing to do. And I've always
Absolutely.
loved those stories.
I recently went to the town of the Mothman.
Oh yes, Point something and
Point Pleasant.
Pleasant.
Yeah, West
Yeah,
Virginia.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the story. I love like the Mothman's one of my favorites because it's so mysterious and it just it hits a lot of things for me. So my one friend's like, "Hey, let's go." I'm like, "Yeah, it'll be fun." And we were talking to a bunch of people, and they said whenever I don't know when the event or the weekend happens, this tiny town of like it's like one street or something gets like 20,000 people.
Yeah,
It's insane, and even when it wasn't that weekend, there were still tons of people, and the merchandise, it was wild. And I kept on trying to figure out why do people love these cryptids or the Mothman? And this is a question. I'm not. This isn't like a theory or anything, but is it because that a lot of people essentially don't believe in the supernatural or a god or something like that, and to them this is their extra normal thing that they can like attach themselves to, not in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's more of an interest in the unknown. Like, people are
Yes.
but
And cool things are cool,
right. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I guess my point is like, say you don't believe in anything supernatural. You don't believe in God. You're an atheist, right?
Right.
And I don't know if you guys are not like that. I'm not saying one way or the other, but they treat these cryptids very much like an angel or a saint or a demon.
Reverently.
Yeah, and in that kind of way. And I think people just have a penchant to just, they want to believe that there is something else, whether it's religious or supernatural or paranormal or something.
Yeah, I think
You know,
I think you nailed it, man. I think it's even, for atheists, everybody's got that desire to believe in something, I
Yeah.
mean, and I think that's the same thing with aliens. People desperately want to believe
Yep.
that, we're not alone. People want to believe that, aliens have come here, and people want to believe that if there are aliens and they have been here, that they're benevolent, which
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily the case, but that's not what we're talking about here.
Like, if the aliens aren't, green skinned, big titted women, I don't want to meet them.
I don't want to get them out of here. Send them back.
Snoo.
And I think it's the same thing with
Yeah.
with cryptids. It's just, again, speaking from my standpoint, like, I find it just fascinating. I've always been attracted to odd history, like, not mainstream history. I love the stuff of the Templars, the history of the Knights Templar, and then the speculative history about their ties to the Freemasons and
Yeah.
and this, that, and the other. It's just fun. It's just, I don't know. I find it very fascinating, and I really think I think there's a lot that we really don't know. It's possible that these things or some similar thing may exist. Is it plausible? I don't know, but and then I don't know. I think a lot of it gets into speculation too. Like,
Yeah.
what could this have been misidentified as, or I don't know. I'm kind of rambling on now, but
No, I mean it all makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
like
what
a
do you
lot-
think,
I-
Fabrizio?
I mean, I think I totally agree. Like, the world is way more fun if it turns out the Freemasons are controlling this. And
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes, I don't know, it makes our lives feel a little more interesting if the Illuminati are controlling it. It's just,
Yeah.
whether or not it's true, I don't know. But it's like, I watch historical documents, but if the Freemasons come up, I'm clicking on that one instead of
yeah, the World War II.
Think of how
Yeah.
much more interesting and cool things would be if the Nazis really did have a moon base.
And riding dinosaurs on the moon, dude, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
right.
That would be
Or
awesome.
what was that the Operation High Jump thing in Antarctica? The UFOs come out of the ice cliffs and
The ice, yeah.
I went to a big. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say something stupid.
I went to a Bigfoot museum in Atlanta, and I love how they called it a Bigfoot museum. It wasn't like a Bigfoot attraction. It was specifically a Bigfoot museum.
yeah.
So anytime I have a chance to see like a cryptid thing, I'm always into it, and I loved it to the point where I came home and I sculpted a Bigfoot that I sold as a resin kit. Like,
Oh, sweet.
and if you want a resin kit, I will send you one because nobody will buy them if you assemble and paint them.
A resin kit.
But like you were talking about speculation too, and I think that's it because it's endless speculation. There is no, well, definitively we can't have Bigfoot. Well, actually, why not? If there's higher dimensions, like all this other stuff, there's no reason. Like you said, it's not, maybe it's not likely, probabilistic, but it's always a possible.
It's like
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Other
it's,
people like to
it's
hold on to
probably
it.
not likely that there's dinosaurs in the Congo, but what the hell? Why not? It's cool. I want to believe that. I want to believe that the Mokele Mbembe, or however the hell you pronounce it, is out there stopping the rivers. It'd be cool.
I will
that-
say the things that drive me crazy though are things like flat earthers, and moon landing deniers, and to me that's like, people want to believe that they're in the know of something secret. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
know
so.
some secret knowledge and everybody else is a rube for buying the official narrative.
Right.
My favorite
you
thing
know-
was like the amount of people that have like done tests to prove like the flat earther. I forget who it was, but he did some test to prove that like the Earth was flat, and he like proved it was round. And it was like the amount of times that happens, man. It's so funny. Or the people who want to go to Antarctica. It's like, you can't go to Antarctica, and then they go there, and it's like, oh, Like,
My favorite recent Antarctica conspiracy theory is that it's not really completely frozen. Like they're hiding this
Yeah,
sort of
there's a whole
unfrozen lush tundra
Mhm.
behind all of the. It's really just an ice field kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're actually only in a small section of Earth, and they control basically the rest of it in some nice tundra. It's like,
But I honestly, I understand where they're coming from. In that, like you said, they wanna appear like they have some secret knowledge, but they don't want to sort of have to work for it.
for it.
And
Yeah.
and then you take on top of that, we know that so much of history is total bull. Like so much of it is just garbage.
Written by the
And
victor.
and like the government, whether it's COVID or it doesn't make a difference what they're lying about. So like there's a part of me, there's like a certain person that's susceptible to that kind of thing. And before you know it, we didn't land on the moon, the earth is flat. And
One question leads to another, and
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, fellas,
Yeah.
I'm afraid this is going to be it for me.
yeah, I
Same.
will. I'll probably
This
be
has
calling
been
it
a
here.
blast.
Yeah, this
thanks,
is
man.
this is great.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
dude,
same here.
anytime, man.
Seriously,
I'm
thank you.
doing this every Sunday. Every
Look at all
Sunday,
my
I'm
hair
definitely
go.
going to do this, man.
Hell yeah.
I got nothing to do on Sundays, so I figure I'd try and fill my void with something.
Hey, that's what you said.
Someone
No.
caught it. Someone caught it.
Dun-dun.
There you go.
Oh,
but,
if I can say one quick question, and
Yeah, let everyone do his little sign off here.
I really am interested to know what new comic is everybody reading right now, if anything, that stands
One
out.
sec.
Lay it on me.
I'm reading old G.I. Joe.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. That's what got me into comics. I was 12 years old and I got G.I. Joe and the Nam. Those were my two comics. I didn't want any of the superhero stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't start collecting superhero books till I was in my 20s, and I was Spider-Man. Now, I loved the characters and I loved the cartoons, but yes, G.I. Joe.
I got the compendiums. These things are like,
Oh,
it's wild. Because I can't afford to buy every single like old G.I. Joe, but it's amazing. I love it.
I picked
wow.
up this.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
What is that?
Yeah, it's actually like, it's got like the old school like newspaper print and everything on it.
Oh,
Found in an
yeah?
old comic shop. Yeah.
Man.
That's awesome.
Any old comic books I'm seeing now, I'm just buying. If it's got the newspaper print, I want it.
I'm gonna share with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's.
I'm still working my way through slowly but surely. Where's the camera? Godzilla, Rulers of
Oh.
Earth. This
I've
thing
never
is-
seen that.
Oh,
This
nice.
thing's massive.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's a thick boy.
Yeah.
Any big names on that? I can't see.
It's Matt Frank, I think. Where's the credits? That's at the top.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know them.
You want to play guitar? Okay, let me show you what I'm. I'm sorry. Were you still going, dude? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm done. I mean, I was gonna add that I ordered Burns Elsewhen, but it hasn't arrived yet.
I got a lot of stuff I'm reading that I'm loving right now. Just to make some short stuff. Anything Bad Idea, I'm absolutely in love with. There's very few titles they're putting out that I'm not reading right now. But my most favorite thing right now that I'm reading, it's by a publisher called Distillery. Has anybody heard of this imprint? And they spell it DSTLRY. And they're doing like a European style, so it's a bigger book. Galactic is
Wow.
the book I got, and
Nice.
the artwork, it has a very much of a Mobius vibe to it, which
Yeah.
I freaking love. It's a great story, and I just started to let's see, there's a guy on here, Kurt Pyers. I think I'm saying his name right. He's the writer, and we just started following each other on X.
Nice.
But like, look at this art, man.
Yeah, that coloring
yeah.
is so good.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And the story is fantastic. But so that's what I'm loving. Vault Comics is putting out great stuff. Excommunicated is good. Nectar has been fantastic. So, anyways, I don't want to take up too much time because I got to get out of here. But
Where can people find you, Chris?
This is my number one. Huh?
Where can people find you?
In Denton, Texas.
There you go.
I'm X Bootlegger Comics on X, Bootlegger Comics on YouTube, on Bootlegger Comic everywhere, YouTube, X, Instagram, Substack. Yeah.
Well, there you go. What about you, Fabrizio? Where can people find you?
Twitter, Fabrizio at Artist. YouTube, Fabrizio something. Just Google my very fake
Google.
name, Fabrizio IL. It's very fake. It's not my real name.
Awesome. What about you, Skelly?
You can find me on Twitter at Core Comics, CORPS Comics, or you can search my name, Skeleton Core Comics. It's the same on Twitter as it is on YouTube. So, that's where anybody can find me if they want. I gotta figure out my Substack some more so I can start promoting that too. But yeah, that's me.
Decent. There you go.
Hey, what's up, Ruby?
The Ruby King.
Yo.
Decent. Yeah, I'll be. Anyone can find me on this channel here, X, or I'll be on Dr. Ben's Goth Night later on tonight.
Cool.
Right on.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
All right. Until next
All you
time,
guys-
gentlemen.
yeah.